this is one of the most pigmented liquid blushes I've ever tried from a K-beauty brand. And I was like, what in the world? Why are people saying that this is, you know, lightly pigmented or wash of color? This is the lip product category is probably the biggest over here. There really isn't any like discomfort or suffocating feeling. It almost feels like second skin. A handful of y'all actually asked me like, have I tried this out before? And I have not. So maybe should I open this next? You guys let me know, okay? So recently I did a haul with Yesstyle and I did pick up quite a number of items, mainly K-beauty, but a couple of C-beauty items which I'm very excited to get into. Some of them I have not opened yet, concerning, I know. Some of them I have tried already, so I will be sharing with you guys like my quick thoughts on the items that I've tried out so far. And for anyone wondering what's on my lips, right, I'm wearing these two products over here, the Sephora Collection Lip Stain Liner in Classic Beige, as well as this MAC lipstick. I think this is the Maximal line, and this is in Velvet Teddy, the very, very popular and signature color. I've always wanted to own one of this, so yeah, these are the two products that I'm wearing on my lips right now. Let's start off with the base products first, and I have 5 new products over here. It's a bit of a overkill, I must say. And the category that I'm most interested in is actually the BB cream. So these two products are new to me, the Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream in 21 Light Beige, as well as the Glow Blemish Balm, Breathable Blemish Balm. Yes, actually I'm wearing this Purito BB cream mixed in with a Revlon foundation right now on my skin, and I must say that well, I actually really like the Revlon foundation alone by itself, but this one, something about BB creams, I'm just like, it really does make my foundation or base makeup look so much better. Like, it holds up much nicer and it doesn't really fall apart too fast. Despite the fact that I've been a fan of K-beauty for so many years, right? I actually never tried a standalone BB cream until like maybe last year, and that was the Hamish CC cream. That was the first time I ever tried a standalone BB cream. I was like, wow, this actually feels really nice on the skin. So that's why I was a little bit more inclined to try out BB creams now. Also, I saw one of my friends actually wearing this and I asked her like, what are you wearing? And she said it's this, so yes. Now the thing about these two BB creams is that they actually do have a strong grey cast, yes, and they also pull a little bit pink. It's very obvious when, you know, they don't really match my skin, so normally I have to go in with a little bit of a pigment mixer, which is greenish beige kind of color, mix it in and then I apply it on. It works fine and it feels really nice on the skin. There really isn't any like discomfort or suffocating feeling. It almost feels like second skin. You guys know I'm a cushion girly. I love cushion foundations, and the Unleasha Babe Skin Baby Blue cushion, I have always wanted to try out an Unleasha cushion, the green color one as well, the satin one. For some reason, I have never gotten around to it. Mine is in the shade 21 and Fluffy over here. I decided to get a neutral shade because I feel like warm tone shades, sometimes in Korean foundations they pull a little bit too yellow, sometimes a bit orange as well. The C's, the cool tones, pull a little bit too pink on me, so at this point I think I'm just gonna stick to neutral shades. And when I was shopping during the birthday haul itself, I actually wanted to get the green one, but I think it was out of stock or something like that, so I have not used this yet. But this is how it looks like. It is a bit of a chunkier cushion, and this is how it looks like. Ah, it's so cute. I love the baby blue on it, and I have not peeled off the seal yet. Obviously, it's like the one where you can pull it off and then you can, you know, twist and turn or push down if I'm not wrong. I can't remember what was it. But basically, you can control the amount that's being dispensed onto the lid over here. I think that it's really cool. Let me know if you want to see a dedicated review on this, because I was thinking about it, but I'm not sure if you guys will be interested in seeing this, so let me know down below. 2 concealers from the Sam. This is the very popular Tip Concealer in 1.5, and this concealer pencil in green. You can see the green color over here, and this is how it looks. This actually came with a sharpener, which I don't know where I misplaced it on my desk. Tip Concealer, I actually have tried this before, maybe back in 2017 or 2016 if I'm not wrong, when it first released. We nearly had like 1, 2 and a contour shade or a brightener shade. I can't remember what it was, but the shade range was extremely limited back then. And I was so shocked to see this in stores when I was in Bangkok, because there was no way back then to actually import, well, K-beauty so easily. And I didn't know any better back then. I didn't have, like, you know, a debit card or whatsoever. So this is how it looks like. I have used this maybe, I don't know, twice so far. And the coverage is good. I actually don't apply this on my under eyes because I just feel that my under eyes are a little bit prone to creasing a little bit more nowadays. So all the while, I've just been using my favorite Fenty Beauty under eye illuminator, and like that's about it. But the shade 1.5 actually does a decent match, and I can see why people like it. You know, like for like $6, it, you know, covers pretty well. But is it my favorite concealer? I think at this point, I've tried a lot more concealers that do a better job than this. But you know what? This one, it's okay. I mean, I see why people love it. I've always wanted to try a concealer pencil, and this one is in green. And you know, I've been like breaking out, things like that, especially on like my chin and like the face and everything. It's like non-stop, to be honest. I've been stressed out recently. I just like the idea of, you know, going into like spot conceal pimples and things like that. But I think that the color on this, it's not muted enough for my skin personally as like a light olive. And the color corrector that I've really been enjoying a lot is the GRWM Cosmetics, the green beige color pigment mixer kind of thing. I've been loving that one. That does a fantastic job at color correcting my redness, especially around my cheeks here and here. And normally when I have a foundation that's a little bit maybe too warm or too pink, I just add that mixer into the foundation and just like mix it on my hand. It gives like the perfect match for my foundation, and it doesn't mess up the formula of it. So it's a lifesaver for me. I've been really enjoying that one. Moving on to cheek products, I have 4 new products over here, and this is where I have 2 new C Beauty products I'm super excited to try out. I did get this Judy Doll contour and highlight palette. I've heard a lot of people rave about this particular palette, so I was like, okay, let me check it out. And I must say that the colors themselves work pretty well for Asian skin tones. Let me just do quick swatches for you guys over here. So this is how it will look like. I haven't really formed a solid opinion on this just yet, so I'm not gonna, you know, say is it good or is it bad, that kind of thing. But the colors, you know, I think this will work for my olive skin tone. The expiry date on this is pretty long. It's 2027 over here. Literally a 3-year expiry date. I know by right it should be 12 months and, you know, whatnot have you, but hey, if I don't see any mole growing on my palettes and I'm using it on myself, it has not turned bad yet. Also, I have this highlighter stick from Juicy, and it's another C Beauty brand. I wanted to show you guys this. When I got it in the box, right, it has this cap over here. It really protects the product itself. I'm like, wow, so thoughtful. Normally people or brands would just like leave it like that, right? And then you just get the product like this, but they provided a cap. Wow. And this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's a little bit more on the shimmery side of things. The shimmer flex on this is a little bit, you know, chunkier. Not say, you know, subtle or whatsoever. It really does remind me of that one Urban Decay eyeshadow. Is it Space Cowboy? Cowboy Space Moon? I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, and ColourPop Ritz, the Super Shock Shadow Ritz. Yeah, something like that. It's giving that same vibe. I was chit-chatting with y'all in the comments the other day under my controversial, I know, popular opinion on K-beauty, that video. And you guys were saying like, okay, Crystal, it's time for you to check out more C-beauty. So this is my proof. This is my proof. I'm getting into it. I probably should sign up for a Taobao account. Like, long story short is that I actually did have a Taobao account, but because it's linked to my handphone number, and I think there was some like, I don't know, internal software transition or whatsoever on Taobao, I think my number got flagged as spam. And now I've been, like trying to resolve it, that kind of thing, but it's such a hassle. And I'm just like, I don't want to get another handphone number just to sign up for Taobao. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, and obviously, as you can tell, my Chinese is not the strongest. So that's been a struggle. The next cheek product I have with me is this House of Her Moist Ampoule Blusher. This is in the shade number 2 Deep Plum. And I've used this, I think, once or twice only, but I must say, this is one of the most pigmented liquid blushes I've ever tried from a K-beauty brand. And I was like, what in the world? Why are people saying that this is, lightly pigmented, a wash of color? This is actually very, very pigmented. I don't think this is a wash of color. I think this would look like a wash of color on somebody with like a deeper skin tone. But this on me, if I were to just blot this on my cheek, I would look like a clown. A little bit really does go a long way with this blusher. And I remember my first impression of it when I first tried it on. I was like, wow, this is intense. It is on like somewhat of the same level of like Rare Beauty, the liquid blushes, but they feel a little bit more runny as compared to Rare Beauty. I think this formula can be a little bit intimidating for people who are just getting into makeup or have little makeup experience. This can come across as a little bit too pigmented to their liking. And as you can see, this has already dried down, right? It has a very nice sheen to it, so it makes your skin look juicy and plump, which shiny cheeks are back in trend in K-beauty right now. So this is how it looks like. The way it sets down is really nice and it doesn't really budge. Granted, I always set my liquid blushes with powder, setting powder, and then if I want to, I will go in with another layer of powdered blush on top of it just to make sure my blush lasts throughout the entire day. But with this, I felt like I didn't really need another powdered blush on top of it because the pigmentation on it is really, really good. Now, I did get this free Mellow Duo blush before I got my 2 other pots of the Blurry Pudding pots. So I actually have not used this as well, which is criminal, to be honest. And I mean, I think I've unboxed it, but I never used it so far. This is in the shade MV01 No More Cupid. I love the packaging of this. It reminds me something of like My Little Pocket Animals or My Little Pet Shop. My Little Pet Shop, yes, oh my gosh. My Little Pet Shop used to have these cute, tiny figurine things in a cube kind of thing. I remember having that. I don't know, it just reminded me of that so much. So these 2 shades are essentially a dual blusher and there's not really a smell to it, but let me just sink my hand. Oh, it's cushy. It's like, oh wait, no, sorry. It's creamy. All right, it's creamy. Oh wow, okay. They are very similar in tone, but I think the color is slightly off. They have this very like grayish color. Wait, can you guys see it? Sorry. Here and here. Oh, I mixed the 2 shades together. Let me do a clean swatch again for you guys and try to blend it out a little bit better. Let me know if you've tried this before. If you're asking me like right now, first impressions right off the bat, like between the Blurry Pudding pot and this, the pigmentation is not as strong as compared to the Blurry Pudding pot. Blurry Pudding pots, they double up as a lip and cheek kind of thing, right? This is solely meant as a cheek product. So normally as cheek products, they aren't supposed to be super pigmented. I mean, at least that's the nature of it in K-beauty. So if you're wondering, that's my general first impression. And they're creamy, not cushy. I correct myself. They're creamy, it's hard. I guess if you're an individual who likes to have somewhat of a more natural blush, then I think something like this will work out. Now for the eyes, I didn't get any eyeshadow at the moment. You guys know that if you've watched my most recent video on how I feel about K-beauty recently, I just feel that K-beauty eyeshadows right now is quite uninspiring, so very strong words. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from K-beauty eyeshadows. Liquid glitters, they still have a soft spot in my heart, but like actual eyeshadows itself, yeah, I'm gonna step away for a moment and actually have 2 new eye products. I said that I have 2 C-beauty products, but I actually have 3. And the third one over here is actually the Judy Doll Iron Worn mascara. I think this is in number 1. Let me see. What is the actual name of this? It's all in Chinese, so let me check first. I know there are different types of mascara for this line over here. So this one in particular is the 3D Curling Eyelash Iron Mascara in Classic. So this is in black. I have not opened this yet. I have not used it yet because I'm trying to go through the mascaras that I still have from my Korea trip. So yeah, Korea trip was a long time ago. So let me get through those first. And I know this was like viral, maybe, I don't know, last year also, maybe late last year, early this year. I only got around to it right now. So I want to try it out because I know a handful of y'all actually asked me like, have I tried this out before? And I have not. So maybe, should I open this next? You guys let me know, okay? I did get this one over here, the Clear Extreme Gel Presso pencil liner, and this one is in grey brown. I heard a lot of people actually talk about this, and honestly, I have very bad experiences with clear gel pencils or eyeliners. The one that I tried, the brush liner, wasn't my favorite, and that was the Kill line as well, which I love the mascaras, but the liners weren't great. I tried the one that was in like a white body and with like spirals around it. Yeah, that's the one I tried out. Didn't like it. It smudged on me as well. So I'm giving Clear another shot on their gel pencils. And I have been loving grayish brownish eyeliners. You guys know I love the Can Make grayish brown, something along those lines, that's the name. I love that one. That's my favorite eyeliner recently with all my cool tone looks. And I just want to find, you know, other alternatives, what's out there in the market. So this is also currently in my stash. I have not opened it because like I have other eyeliners I need to go through as well. So let me know if you guys have tried this out, because I hope I won't be disappointed by this, because honestly, I have not been having a good time with Clear eyeliners. The lip product category is probably the biggest over here. One product that I bought multiple shades of because I just like it that much. I don't want to say obsessed because I'm not going like gaga over it, but these products from Lily by Red, the lip blending sticks, these are nice, really nice. Okay, let me explain myself. So firstly, I started off with one lip blending sticks that I just wanted to try out, and this is in the shade number 1, which is Grin With Me. So it's something like a grayish pink, and I tell you, this color is like the perfect color for people with grayish lips, because on my outer lips over here, it's pretty gray, and sometimes with other lip liners, I find that the color is sometimes a little bit too warm or not too cool, and it just looks like there's dirt on the outer corners, which is not the look that we're really going for. This is the perfect color for me. This was so good for me that I think out of 10 times when I step out of the house, right, I'm bringing this along with me 8 to 9 out of 10 times. This is not like completely budge proof, it's gonna like stain and you know it's not gonna go anywhere. It will, as you can see, as I rub like this, it will blend out. It's a little bit hard to show how much, yeah, you can see how much I've used it. Yeah, for someone who has a crap ton of lippies, I've definitely hit a dent with this particular shade. So if you have grayish pink lips, or sometimes your lips look like, you know, like pale pink, and there's that lack of color to it, this color in the Grin With Me number 1, this particular shade is so good. This is one of those products that if I happen to lose it, touch wood, I will buy a new one immediately. I think this is one of the better lip pencils I've tried out from Korean brands as well, because I've tried out some other brands once, and sometimes they are a little bit too blendy to the point where it just disappears until nowhere, and you're like, what am I looking at this point? There's nothing on my lips, it's barely any color or coverage. This is just like that nice, happy in-between. And because I love this so much, right? I went to buy 3 more over here in 3 different shades. This is number 2, Laugh With Me. Number 3, Be Happy With Me. And then I have number 6, which is Chuckle With Me. So I think number 6 is the latest one. I think this is more of that, you know, cool tone pink, that kind of color. And this is how it looks like, yeah. Leans a little bit more berry, but I think because it has a very strong grey undertone, it actually works out really nicely for my skin and my lips. This one is Laugh With Me. So this one is for more of those like warm tone lippies. I realized that a lot of my lip pencils were pulling very cool tones, so I wanted something that was warm leaning, and since I like this formula so much, I realized that okay, let's just go with this. This one is number 3, Be Happy With Me. So this is straight up like a contour color. And I think it's something to be used like underneath your lips, like right over here. Not so much like, you know, all over the lips. I think all over the lips, it could look a little bit like you have dirt on your lips. This cool tone brown contour color, right? I don't have a lip liner or lip blending stick in this color, so I'm really intrigued by it. I want to see how I can incorporate this into my makeup routine or how I would use it. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this as well. And I also did get the Lily by Red coating tints. This one is the Bloody Liar coating tint, and this is in the shade number 2, Sentimental Lychee. I actually did but I've used the Bloody Coating Liar tints back when they first released in 2016. And I remember loving these lip tints, so I thought that okay, let me, you know, go down memory lane and see how they perform now. And this is nice. I remember the formula back then used to be quite goopy, and it was a little bit stringy as well. It was almost like a gloss, almost. I can't remember which shade I used to have, but I remember owning one of those shades. It was like a reddish kind of color. I think the pigmentation on this is a little bit stronger in the game of K-beauty, because a lot of the juicier lip tints or glassy lip tints, they are usually have a more transparent base pigment to it. This one is pretty like high up there. I'm looking at it on my phone right now. It doesn't look as pinky pink on screen. Granted, I did say that, you know, the pigmentation is great and all that, but it doesn't look as opaque as what it is on screen. And then I did get this Lily by Red Sweet Liar Milky set. So it comes with the lip tint itself as well as a limited edition lip pencil. You know, if I can get a lip pencil, I'm like, okay, I want to try that. They had a warm tone and a cool tone one, but when I saw the actual lip swatch itself, which is, this one is in number 7, right? The color of it is so pretty. I loved it so much, so I'm gonna show you guys. This color, it's supposedly supposed to be dark, but honestly, when you swatch it out on your hand, right, it's not that deep. It looked really vampy, and the color looks so unique, but it really isn't like that, because the pigmentation of this is not as strong as compared to the Bloody Liar one over here. The Sweet Milky Tint one, I don't know, the pigmentation is not really there. So even though Lily by Red described this as a deep color, it doesn't really look that deep to me. The scent on this is pretty strong. It's like this berry, sweet cream kind of scent, and it's quite strong. And the lip crayon over here, this color is so nice. I have a sneaking suspicion it's the same formula as the lip blending sticks, because when I, you know, touch it and try to smudge it out, it's the exact same texture as compared to the lip blending sticks. So it's a win in my books. I'm just sad that this is a limited edition shade, because this color has this grungy, dusty, heavy purple undertone to it. So I think this color will look really nice with even like my Western lipsticks. When I want to deepen something up, I think this will look good. So I have a feeling that this should go first and then probably like this one. But a lot of the times, because I'm in a rush in the day when I'm going for work. Sometimes I'll just like grab the lip tint and just use this alone by itself, which as you can see, I try to layer it up a little bit more. Maybe you get a little bit deeper, but it's not as deep as what I would like to be. So normally, sometimes I'll go like that, and then maybe it will be, you know, slightly deeper. But if not, lip tint alone by itself, it isn't as deep as what you see on the product images. So let me know which products you want to see more details on. Like, do you want to see a dedicated review video, a comparison video, you know, just shots comparing other products from one another? You let me know, drop it down in the comments. I love to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and remember to watch my other videos, which you can check out over here.